All right, we've got a full moon reading right now. So we've got the full moon happening in Pisces. And let's just take a peek and see what the heck is going to be coming down at us from the universe. So we've got two nines already. Our root card is a Nine of Cups, and the main card is the reversed Nine of Wands. All right, the Nine of Cups is basically showing it's a moment of manifestation. And it's when 1,000 options show up at the same time. And it's really hard to decide which one to take. Now, the main card here is a reversed Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is basically about how much hope you have that the future can be different than the past. Like the person who's trapped in this maze and they're like, oh my God, am I really going to take another set of stairs to try to get out of here? When this thing turns upside down, it's like hope is gone. So this is tricky because here it shows a bunch of manifestation energy, but it's happening at a time where it's very difficult to keep hoping that things can get better. Now, what we're going to look at is just what's on either side of this Nine of Wands here. All right. So this is sort of past, present, future, kind of. So leading up to this lack of hope or lack of faith, right? We have the reversed Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is the spiritual seeker. And this is following your intuition. It's following the pull that you feel on the inside. And it's specifically about going outside of your comfort zone to answer some questions that you have, or like following dreams and that sort of thing, but specifically about moving outside of your comfort zone. And the Knight of Cups reversed is kind of feeling that pull, but not necessarily following it. So there's a certain amount of spiritual and emotional stagnation in the reverse Knight of Cups. And here that is leading directly to this reverse Nine of Wands. Now, just looking at these two, if you end up feeling very hopeless, try to reflect enough to see if you have been sort of going outside of your normal patterns and your normal zones, see if you have been expanding emotionally and spiritually. And if you haven't, then that's probably how we end up in this situation. And on the other side of it, now this is kind of the good news here, is the solution appears in this Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is basically like a creative solution to an old problem. Here, like when they use the two broken shovels together and they end up making a post hole digger. Let's see what else we got coming out of this. It's, as I look closer in the card, what I'm seeing is just the grip. It's like the firm grip that he has on this tool. So make sure that whatever your method is of moving forward, that you kind of have a solid grip on that shit, like whatever the fuck that means. But over here in the root, it is showing a period of potential manifestation. Now, the trap with the Nine of Cups is confusion, like so many things showing up at the same time that it's really hard to know what to take. So, first, looking at all of this, let's see if there's kind of a golden rope for this reversed Nine of Wands energy and this sort of hopelessness. And we get an Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is letting go of emotional baggage. Um, Toxic, torturous was the word that comes up, but like this old emotional crap, you've already suffered for it. You've already learned whatever you can from it. And at this point, it's just weighing you down. It's like carrying around a bag of bricks, right? And this is saying, like, try to let go of as much of that as you can. Now, when we're looking at this Knight of Cups, the thing that is really sticking out to me is just her feet and how she is literally walking away from the cups. You know, this is like the old emotional, stagnant, toxic energy. And she's walking forward, walking away from it. And the Knight of Cups normally is also moving forward, like literally going somewhere else. And if you end up feeling hopeless like this, literally moving away from the place that you're feeling hopeless in, or at least walking away, but it's like the movement, like you can't be in the same spot and feel any different, right? So go somewhere else. And it looks like that can help a lot. And that can help sort of realize the solution that you theoretically already possess. Um, but if you end up in a really hopeless state, this is just saying, like, literally fucking go somewhere else. Let's, oh, geez. I was just going to see what else we have coming up with this energy. And out spits the Lovers. Okay, I'm going to pull one more on this because the Lovers can mean so many different things to different people. But just looking at the Lovers, it looks like commitment is kind of a thing here. So it's a good time to follow through with commitments. Maybe it's a good time to sort of make commitments. And in the card, you can see the moon is blowing a blessing onto the Lovers as they sort of give themselves to each other, right? So it would kind of show a harmonious time for commitment energy, which of course is extremely difficult when you are feeling completely fucking hopeless. But let's see what else we get. And it's a Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is impulsive movement. It looks like it would be a good time to go somewhere. And this is especially if you're feeling in a funk or something, right? Literally fucking go somewhere that you haven't gone before. And it can be a new coffee shop or like whatever, right? But it's like if you're feeling weighed down by the baggage and hopeless, you have to physically get away from that location. But as you sort of follow the impulse and follow the pull wherever it leads you, it looks like there is a potential for some sort of greater commitment to be made. All right. Well, let's just see if there's like a bear trap anywhere. If there's any bear trap energy that sort of comes with this full moon. And a Page of Pentacles. Now, the short answer of this would be no, right? There is no bear trap energy because the Page of Pentacles is the open-minded student. And I really cannot consider learning something new to be a trap. But let's just look in here if I see any sort of real fucking warning signs. Just as I see the nuts and bolts and stuff laying on the ground down here, maybe that's a warning about literally stepping on nails or something. Or like if you have a vehicle or whatever, just try to make sure you do some routine maintenance before you take it out, you know? This is like loose bolts or screws or fucking whatever. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what we have here for the full moon, and hopefully everyone can get out of any sort of, emotional traps that they have been in. And yeah, that's what we have for now. Peace.